Chapter 16. Clear and objective instruction. Ensure the goals of each class are clearly defined and shared with the students. This helps to create a mental focus, the first step to entering flow. Students with a clear objective have something to focus on, a direction. Not only does this direct their attention, but it also creates the mental environment necessary to achieve the state of flow. When goals are well defined, students know what to expect and what is expected of them. This makes learning more efficient and effective. Clear goals act as small victories that can be achieved in each class, boosting the confidence and enthusiasm of students. Techniques for clear and objective instruction. 1. Goal statement at the beginning. Before starting any exercise or technique, clearly state the objectives. This serves as a mental guide for the students throughout the class. 2. Recap and feedback. At the end of the class, take a moment to recap the objectives and evaluate how they were met. This not only reinforces the learning, but also gives students a sense of accomplishment. 3. Use of simple language. Avoid technical jargon when it's not necessary. Simplicity is the foundation of clarity. 4. Breakdown of techniques. When teaching a new technique or move, break it down into smaller, more manageable parts, each with its own mini-goal. This makes the task less intimidating and more accessible. Clarity in instruction not only benefits your students, it also reflects well on you as an educator. Satisfied students are more likely to continue training, improve, and ultimately reach those glorious moments of flow that make all the sweat and effort worthwhile. 5. Instant feedback. Create an environment where students can receive immediate feedback, either through direct observations or through practical exercises that instantly show results. There was a time when I thought merely showing a technique several times would be sufficient for the student to understand. But I quickly realized that learning is a two-way process. It's as crucial to get instant information on performance as it is to receive clear instructions. The most obvious advantage of instant feedback is the ability to correct mistakes immediately. This prevents the formation of bad habits that are hard to undo later. When students get it right, immediate positive feedback acts as a reinforcement, increasing the likelihood of repeating the correct behavior in the future. Constant feedback helps keep the student in a challenge and skill cycle, which is the perfect environment for entering the state of flow. Strategies for providing instant feedback. 1. Direct verbal comments. Be clear and direct in your observations. Very good, but remember to keep your balance, or try to rotate your hip more, are examples of constructive feedbacks. 2. Real-time demonstrations. Sometimes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Demonstrating the right and the wrong can be incredibly effective. 3. Exercises with clear outcomes. Use practical exercises where success or failure is immediately obvious. This not only makes feedback clear, but also empowers students to self-assess. 4. Nonverbal signaling. Use gestures or visual signs to communicate feedback. A nod, a thumbs-up sign, or even a look can be effective ways of quick communication. Instant feedback is one of the pillars for creating a successful learning experience and for helping students achieve the state of flow. It provides immediate correction, encourages good practices, and creates a continuous cycle of improvement and growth. 5. Adaptive challenge level. Make sure to adjust the level of challenge for different students. Some may need easier tasks, while others might need challenges that test their limits. When I started my journey in the world of jiu-jitsu, I was that person who wanted to swallow all the knowledge at once. I quickly realized I was setting myself up for frustration. The same happens in the classroom. Believe me, I've seen many students come super excited in the first week and then disappear shortly after. Why? Because the challenge level was out of sync with their skills. They were either bored with tasks too easy or overwhelmed by insurmountable challenges. Why is the adaptive challenge level important? 1. Maintaining interest. A well-adjusted challenge level keeps students engaged. If it's too easy, they get bored. If it's too hard, they get frustrated. 2. Promoting the flow state. The right balance between challenge and skill is the essence of the flow state. You want your students to be in a zone of proximal development where the challenge is just slightly harder than their current skills. 3. Differentiated development. Not all students are at the same level. Adapting the challenge level allows each student to grow from where they currently are. Strategies for implementing the adaptive challenge level. Initial assessment. Do a quick survey of the student's skill level at the beginning of each new topic or technique. Level groups. If possible, group students of similar skills and adjust the challenges accordingly. Customized tasks. Offer variations of the same technique or exercise, increasing or decreasing the complexity based on student skills. Continuous feedback. Watch closely how students are handling the challenges and make real-time adjustments. Adjusting the challenge level for each student is like being a conductor in an orchestra. Each musician has a slightly different score, but they all contribute to the symphony. By maintaining this balance, you're not only keeping student interest and engagement high, but you're also creating fertile ground for the flow state, where real growth happens. Practical methodology. 1. Focused warm-up exercises. Begin the class with exercises that are not only physical, but also engage the mind. This helps to set the mental groundwork for flow. 2. Breaking down techniques into manageable steps. When teaching a new technique, break it down into smaller, practical parts. This makes the task less overwhelming and helps maintain the balance between skill and challenge. 3. Guided sparring sessions. During sparring, give students specific goals, such as work on your guard defense, or try applying the technique we learned today. This helps maintain focus and increases the likelihood of entering flow. 4. Mindfulness and Wu Wei exercises. Integrate small mindfulness practices or moments to apply Wu Wei during class. It can be something as simple as a pause for conscious breathing between rounds or specific drills where you practice yielding to an opponent's initial move and counterattacking with a subsequent technique that neutralizes the first. Dear instructors, you are the architects of your students' jiu-jitsu experience. By applying a methodology that favors the flow state, you are not only making your classes more effective, you are also deeply impacting the personal development of each student. In our next lesson, we will discuss how to assess the success of these techniques and make ongoing adjustments to further improve their efficacy. Until then, keep creating these magical spaces for learning and growth. See you on the mats.